Good evening. It is May. It is May 5th or 6th, May 5th, Monday. It's May 5th, 2025. I am working on a new record. Actually, I wrote the music a while back and I was listening to it the other day. I set up my console and my Pro Tools rig, and it sounds really good. And I want to release it. I want to put it online, but I have to write words and I have to sing lyrics. So while I do that, I was looking through some of my my CDs, and the other day I saw there's a disc up there that I placed there because I was listening to it and I really liked it. It's an Annie DeFranco record. It's called Educated Guess. It's a really interesting way of, I think, songwriting. I think she focuses on melody and words mainly. I'm not sure. I haven't really dissected her music, but I think it's an interesting disc. It has a lot of. It has these are the records I pulled out of my record collection. It has an interesting. I think it's an approach where I think she set up a recording studio in her house and started making music, and making records. This is the only one. I started listening to Master of Puppets. Is that the only one that? Yeah, that's the only one that I. So it's this one. It looks like a reel. There's a picture here where I think she's using analog equipment and looks like she's producing it herself. It's called Educated Guess, Annie DeFranco. Playing, singing, recording, and mixing done by Annie. The Sugar Bowl, New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm assuming those are her home studios. The Sugar Bowl and the Dust Bowl. This thing is really interesting. Oh, it's kind of interesting because it's like home. Like she took like art direction is photography based. But there's stuff in here. There's a reel-to-reel machine, analog machine, and it looks a lot like a sketchbook. And she's right. The lyrics are printed very nicely. There's also this what is this called? It's a special paper. It gives it like a nice feel. And there's these drawings in there. I think she does some drawings with marker. Some of them are quite interesting, actually. It's like a bar. This one. But yeah, no, I love going into. Oh, I used to when I was in Los Angeles. I used to love to go into record stores and really take my time and look for new music. This was a very fruitful. This is a nice drawing. It's like whiteout. It's like whiteout on a black surface paper. I don't know what it really is, but it's whiteout. Anyways, yeah, it's an interesting record. It's the only Annie DeFranco record I've ever purchased. I'm not a huge Annie DeFranco fan, but I do like her music. I think I've been watching her play live on YouTube, and I think she's very creative and really good at writing songs. And I think this was a very interesting. What is this? 1990, 2004. This was a very interesting era in music. There was like a couple of CDs that I bought, singer songwriter CDs. I don't remember their names, but I know that this was interesting era in music. Um, 2004. I was already here in Colombia. Oh, this was the year I moved. I moved back to Bogota. I was still in Los Angeles, but this was one. I think this was one of the last records I bought before I moved. Before I moved back here, Bogota. But I would like to walk. I would love to go to record stores by myself. It's very interesting when you go into a record store and you look at things that you think are interesting. This really appealed to me because of the tape machine. And since I was learning about recording and I had done a little like kind of an internship at a record studio, a recording studio, I was delving, deep into recording, and I had my little 4-track, and I was trying to make records in my room, and this was very like I can't really illustrate, or I can't really illustrate the I can't really illustrate how much technology has advanced and helped us independent artists. I had my little 4-track. You've seen it maybe 100 times. I've shown it on my YouTube channel. My 4-track analog cassette recorder. I was convinced somehow that it was very difficult to make professional records on that machine, and that I needed extra equipment. I needed a big rack, and I needed a CD burner, and I needed a big desk. And as you start delving into this is the mentality that I think a lot of people have, is that they need more and more and more equipment. Yeah, I'm not saying that you don't need equipment. You do need more and more equipment. That is true. But usually with what you have, it's like everybody has a laptop now and a couple of microphones and a really good preamplifier. I have this preamp. Let's dust this off. This is a nice preamp. It's an Alesis mic tube duo. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it does it does what it's supposed to do very well. It also has what makes it really great is that it has a drive. Not many preamps have drives. They usually just have gain. So this is sort of like a little amplifier, and you get a lot of grit, and it's very nice for the price. And I've been taking care of it, and it's got dust on it right now because I'm not recording music right now, but I will. I'm assuming that in the next few days I'm gonna write lyrics. I have to write an entire record of lyrics, which isn't very difficult. I can do it. I can do it very fast. I just need sort of like a theme and a few original ideas, and then I can maybe expand from there. So yeah, I was looking at the Ana DeFranco CD, and I remember walking into record stores and looking through things that I've never seen before. Usually friends. You go into a friend's car, or you go into a friend's house, or a friend sends you. I'm assuming now. I don't know what it's like now, but I think friends send you links on your telephone, and then you look at these links and Spotify lists. And this is how music gets to us now. It used to be that you go into a record store, and you could still do this. You can go to a record store and, look at the pretty people and go get music that you think you might like. Sometimes it's the artwork. Sometimes it's, a special edition. I remember looking at Coldplay's first record. I used to love to go to Tower Records. If I had a few extra dollars, I would go to Tower Records. I would take my car, and I would drive. I don't know if I was driving back then. Coldplay. No, I wasn't driving yet, but I think I was. I don't remember. I think I was close, or I was borrowing my parents' car to drive. and I would go to Tower Records, and I saw Coldplay's first record. I know Coldplay gets a lot of because they're soft rock, and it's like, girly music for a lot of us boys. But that whole record is completely magic. I think it was written with a for some reason, the way my experience with the first Coldplay CD is that I walked into Tower Records. I was looking through records, and then on display it said Record of the Year, Coldplay. It has Parachutes, Spies, Sparks, um, Never Change, something like that. It's got the entire thing is incredible. It's an amazing musical experience. Um, my interpretation of the record is that Chris Martin, I think he's the songwriter. The words are entirely written for, I think, for his girlfriend or for a girlfriend or someone he really loved. And the way I was interpreting the whole CD, and I would put my headphones on and I would walk down the halls of high school, um, and I was listening and I would listen to this music, and it was so life changing, incredibly. The I always forget the guitar player, the lead guitar player. Those delays on those guitars are absolutely beautiful. The bass playing, the drumming, very very life changing experience was that Coldplay record. And I had never heard about Coldplay. I had never seen any magazine. I had never seen any music video. Yellow is on that record. I know everybody's Yellow. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. That's a beautiful song. But even though that's the most beautiful song you've ever heard, you listen to the track 1 and then track 2 and then track 3, and it's Spies, and it's all these guitar swells. And anyways, it's a beautiful record. And the only way that I found that record was going to the record store, and I purchased it because it had a sticker on it that said, I think it was a Rolling Stone. No, it wasn't Rolling Stones. It was what's the other music magazine? Vibe? No, it wasn't Vibe, because Vibe is hip hop. The other Rolling Stones magazine, the other pop culture magazine in the United States is, I forgot. Wired? No, not Wired. Well, it's one of those magazines. It's one of the big ones. A Spin magazine. I think it had a Spin magazine sticker, and it said Record of the Year. I think it won like a Grammy or something, or it was nominated for a Grammy. Anyways, it said Record of the Year, and it was very beautifully displayed in the record store. So then I figured that I would, take a leap of faith, and I would purchase the record, and I completely was changed by it. I was transformed, and it was so beautiful. I think it was, it was similar to listening to what The Cure, but there was just it was just anyways, it was a very beautiful experience, and I will never forget listening to that record. And I got all these CDs out of a special place I had. I made a big black. These are all stuff like I download files from the internet, and I create CDs. This is a big black concert, live Seattle, Washington. It's there if you guys want to see it on YouTube. August 1987, Big Black. The Social Network. This is MP3 downloaded from YouTube. It's 9 Inch Nails. The Social Network soundtrack MP3. But I make CDs. This is something else. This is software, and this is Mother Love Bone. Have you guys ever heard of Mother Love Bone? Yeah, for people who love Pearl Jam and Seattle rock, this is a really beautiful record. It's very modern, it's like modern classic rock, but there's a lot of really interesting phrases and words. Crown of Thorns, obviously, is one of my favorite songs. Well, this whole thing is really Star Dog Champion. It's a really great song. Anyways, Mother Love Bone Apple is it's really hard for me to get a lot of these grunge stuff here in Bogota, so I download it from YouTube, and then I just create a CD. Stone Temple Pilots Core, the first album. I love this record. Stone Temple Pilots Core. I think the only Stone Temple Pilots record I ever purchased was the third one, Vatican Gift Shop. That was the only one that I purchased because I couldn't get purple. I was looking for purple and I couldn't find it. This was given to me by a girlfriend here in Bogota. And since I still have it, it's in great condition. This is a beautiful record. Someone's calling me. Who is it? Who knows? Unknown listed number.